Hey guys, Saturday, March 1st, 2025. Let's see what this week coming up is going to look like with the Black Widow. So before I even start, man, can you believe it? We are in March 1st, already March. So key things to highlight here are high on the 13 of 436, our turning point on the 31st, and our last high on February the 20th of 447. Commitments traders report. Last report came out. The last data we have was from Monday, the 24th. So it's not factoring in this correction right here or this move lower. So if you remember February 24th, commitments of traders report, and then this price action down. Also the 20th, which is our anniversary date from the February 20 low of $100.52. And our anniversary, Gann said, watch for anniversaries. Lows in the past in regards to time sometimes reflect in the future. But if you don't believe me, just look it up and test some charts yourself. Our 31st and the high of 13th and then the 16th. So let's look at our what I call the Black Widow market glance. And this is just something for me just to keep me in check. I don't want to be dealing with emotions or feelings. I want to look at numbers. So this was updated today. And the monthly, the weekly, the daily technicals are positive. Even though we did a high of the 20th of 447 and pulled back as of Friday to 381-ish, it's still bullish and strong. Now, in regards to spectrum cycle analysis, the weekly is positive. From my memory, if my memory serves me well, November of 2025 is where the cycles turn. We got a long ways to go. So the weeklies are positive. They're up. Now, however, the daily is negative. We just peaked somewhere around the 19th, 20th of February. So the daily cycle, and that's if the daily cycle that I'm using is correct and using probability. As of right now, it is negative. In regards to technicals here, the 4 hour and the 1 hour, which I use, the 1 hour is negative. The 4 hours negative. The 1 hour is twice negative. So it's very, very negative. In regards to signals that I use to go long and short, the 4 hour and the 1 hour are twice negative. So nothing is positive on the shorter time frame. And in regards to technicals, all the technicals are indicating that it's just negative. So nothing is positive in the short time. But in the bigger times frames, they are positive. So in regards to seasonality, I'm kind of mixed because February, it kind of peaks. But then there's some models that, show that March is kind of flat to low. And then it rallies again or it continue rallying from here. So I am kind of mixed here. I don't have like a good grasp or confident to be leaning on the seasonality yet, because it's a little erratic. So I am just kind of play it safe and leave it at 0. But I'm aware of that, February kind of peaks, but then it gets a little mixed up from February to March. I know April is also a strong month, but there's a lot of data that go either way. So it's not really certain in regards to seasonality. So you can look it up yourself and kind of lean on wherever you think it could probably lean on, but we'll take it one step at a time. But so far, I'm leaving it at 0. Commitments of traders report as of February the 24th. Remember that February 24th is showing that the large speculators and commercial are thinking that nat gas is going to go higher, not reflecting from February 24th price action onto today. So that leaves us all the way to a -3, which is not that bad. In regards to Elliott wave, currently we're on a daily wave 5, so it's yellows, cautious. You got to be very, very careful. Commitments of traders report, retail are bullish as of the 24th. Large speculators reversed their position from February 17th and went long or accumulating on the 24th, and that's not factoring in from here on out, this big correction. So if they're long, they're probably feeling the pain, but we'll find out once the numbers come out for next week. In regards to commercial, they reversed and then they started, accumulating. They were hedging, now they're accumulating. So if they continue pushing lower, this is the pivot that I'm watching to see how much they're going to commit. It's 48,000 in regards to position. I want to see them blow right through there, giving me conviction that even though we know we had this correction as of the 27th, 28th, that maybe there's a high probability that's going to reverse. But that's only going to confirm it if large speculators and commercials keep pushing in. So it's all about the August 5th high or low. And they say that commercial are a pretty good indicator on what's really going on. So this is what we want to see using the commitments of traders report. We want to see this taken out. If it is taken out, high probability that nat gas could possibly continue going higher. If it kind of lingers around here and then reverses again, chances are maybe the February 20 high is in, and maybe it's probably going to be sideways to lower price action into March, and maybe rally into April, because we have some models that go bullish into April. Let's look at some seasonality charts. There's a seasonality chart that I like to watch, and you can see that we did that January 16 high, but really it was the 13, which was 436. We're dealing with closes, so as long as you're aware of these things, it helps out a little better in the analysis. So that was our 436 high in the 13th, and then this was that fail new high. We turned here. This is accurate on January 31st. We made that low around 299-ish. Then we rally. So this one is legit. The 19th, 20th, that was our 447 high, which is our anniversary date from the 152 low on 2024. And from here, we kind of, side steps. It kind of looks like an ABC, just using the close prices. So could there be possible turning point? Well, let's see. Let's look at the 5-year average and see what we get here. Using the 5-year average, you can see that there is a low on the February 27th. And then it kind of rallies sideways to higher all the way to the 4th. And then for some reason, it kind of dwindles lower. You get a rally on the 10th to the 12th, pulls back even more. And then it gets to the 18th, 19th, around there. And then it kind of sidesteps to grind higher. So key dates you want to watch are probably into next week. If we rally, we could rally to the 4th, and then somewhere around the 4th, 5th, you can see that maybe a correction sideways to lower all the way to the 18th. So those are the dates: 4th, 5th, 18, 19, and then sideways to grinding higher. Let's look at another seasonality chart. Okay, this would be the last clip. I'm just going to focus on season, you can say cycles, natural cycles. So let's look at this chart, and then maybe tomorrow I'll do a video. I need to do my uranium spot video and kind of look at the sector. I already do it every month just to kind of gauge on what's going on with the uranium sector. So I want to do that today also. So maybe tomorrow we'll work on part 2 of this, more on the geometry, but this is more of the cycle. So let's look at our annual cycle here. You can see that this annual cycle goes down all the way to March 20th, and then turns. Remember on the other cycle I told you 19, 18, 19. So that in that ballpark, that kind of makes sense with that model. We'll kind of get a little closer. Yeah. So right here, this is where this model, the annual cycle, the fast annual, you're kind of getting toppy here. So from the third, fourth, it pulls back. So yeah, it does make sense. So we could probably get a rally into next week, but it's too early to tell. That's our fast annual. That's 3 years worth of data showing what could possibly play out. So far, it has worked out. So we got this correction. So I don't know if it's going to continue here. Another, maybe next week a rally. Next week was the 3rd, and then it ends on the 7th. From the 3rd to the 7th, somewhere around, I don't know, Tuesday, this model starts going down. This is the 6-year natural cycle. So this one right off the bat continues even going lower. In the annual decimal, hit a peak around the 24th, you could say Monday, and this model goes down. So pretty much looking at these 4 models for this week, it looks like it's still negative for this week. Nothing is positive. Things start getting positive somewhere around the week of the 13th, going into the week of the 17th. That's when some of the models, like the red one and this one, and this one start turning positive around here. You got this one that is last. So 3 of the models for the week of the 17th start looking positive. This one is like the last one. So as long as you remember that, you got some good data, good choices to make. Are they gonna work out? We don't know, but it's data. Now, one again technique is to look at 10 years in the past and see what price action was doing. And so far, we kind of pulled back to the 26th, and then we rallied to the 4th. Monday, Tuesday, and then drop. During the overnight session, they're going to rally it into Monday, Sunday night session, Sunday when it opens into Monday. I wonder if that's probably could play out like a little mini rally to trap some bulls thinking like, oh yeah, get above 391 90 degree, and then kind of push it to a 401, and then once we get to 401 and 135 degree, then maybe pull the rug. That's just me speculating because we're kind of hovering around the 45 degree, which is a strong angle, 381. So I wonder if maybe that's what's going to play out, just looking at this price action from 10 years ago. Let's look at 20 years ago, and 20 years ago is just the opposite. 20 years ago, we just started rallying from the 22nd, which is interesting because we made a high on the 20th, and this was the 22nd, so it's a couple of days off. Now this price action is going down. So from the 10th, up and down. My other model was showing that they could possibly be a pop or retrace or dead cat bounce, the other seasonality, which confirms this 10 years price action. But then using the 20-year, it's rallying and most of the models are going down. So that makes me believe that maybe it's an inverse. And we could probably, it could be an inverse. It's different. It's not a rally into the 4th or 5th. It's more of a, maybe this is what's probably going to happen. So right here, we get that rally where locks in, matches a lot of the other models, or 5th, somewhere around here. I lose my space here. Let's see. Yeah, so you got that rally into 4th, 5th. Yeah, so this Sunday night open, Monday, Tuesday, maybe Tuesday, 4th, 5th, then down. Now, the only thing is that if there's a curveball, And I don't know what the weather is. I haven't factored that in. This could probably play out, but if it's going to be a short that, and then maybe boom down and see if one of these will play. See, this model goes all the way to April, or analog, I mean. So that's that there. So that's just using the natural cycles. Let's get that out of the way and close it. You're kind of getting an insight of the way my mind is looking at things here in the chart. So let's use our spectrum cycle here. There is a bottom here. Let's do the, there's a composite of that, which is bullish. Take that out. Look at our solar cycle. So this was an inverse from the peak. Now, while we were going down, prices are going up. And if you want to get really good at this mind bender analysis, prices go up, solar cycle goes down. Once you get that turn, high probability, very high probability that the turn is coming. Don't get confused, because if it's going down, prices are going down. We're only focusing on the turning points. And we turned right here. We turned right here. Now cycle, solar cycle is going up to the third. Prices have been going down. So two ways you can look at it here is that there could be a reversal. But it all depends on price action. But so far, this cycle goes down, and maybe it could be where it goes at 3-4 fifth high of March, and then follow this. It could go either way. So that's why you always have to keep watching. Because just because it goes like this doesn't mean that we're going to continue going higher. You know, it could. That's the probability of it. But as long as you're aware of that. But so far, let's see what's going to happen here, because there's a turning point. And it could be that it could reverse and go and retest this and push higher and maybe do our wave 5. And it also could mean they could go down. So it's uncertain there. Pretty much what I'm trying to tell you. This cycle I've been watching, this one goes all the way down into March, April. We had the other seasonality where there was a turning point here. This one goes a little further. So far, this is kind of working in a weird way. It's just like a big turning point, you know. It's like it's sharp at 1 year anniversary, boom. This is like woo, then down. So it's not really helpful. It's just kind of telling you, just be careful. We're very, very toppy. Looking at another cycle I'm watching. This one kind of confirms that pop for next week. Let's open this up a little more. I'm just focusing on next week on this video. Let's see. So yeah, well, it hits it. It's very short. It hits it and then it goes down. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Then the night overnight open, maybe Monday to Tuesday, and then resume the sell-off. The only curveball here, and then this cycle is down. This is the cycle that it's a little weird. It's different. So this one tells me that it could probably go like that, and then turn around the 7th, or they could follow these models and continue going down. So this one we'll have to find out right after Tuesday, because then they're all lining up. But always remember, it always could be a curveball. So you always have to be on your toes. That's why they say price action is king. So when we get here Monday, Tuesday, it's like, okay, where are we really going? I got a lot of models that are going down, and then I got a weird one, which is the sun, that wants to go, that could be inverse. Once we determine that with the technicals and everything, then it's just a matter of time where you could just decide, all right, it looks like it's making higher highs and higher lows, so maybe it's following the solar cycle in an inverse way. and then throw in all these, and this is going to get clustered, but it's just always just good to look at it. So then that's when you see all the models. So there's a lot of models going down. So they're all really going down. So we'll see. We shall see. All right, I'm going to sign out. Sorry for making this video long, but this is the way you look at things. And this is not even factoring in the geometry. We don't, in regards to geometry, we got to look at all that stuff. But that'll be part 2 for the next video for Sunday. I'm going to focus on my uranium video and see where uranium closed for the month of February to see probabilities for March. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on that gas.